The compassionate healer. In a small village nestled by the foothills of a great mountain, there lived a renowned healer named Nara. She was a woman of extraordinary skill, known throughout the village and the surrounding regions for her ability to cure even the most difficult ailments. People would travel long distances to seek her healing touch. But it wasn't just her knowledge of herbs, potions, and remedies that made her beloved, it was her compassion. Nara's home was simple, a small cottage with a garden full of medicinal plants, and a humble hearth where she would prepare her remedies. Despite her expertise, she never asked for high fees. Whether the patient was a wealthy merchant or a poor farmer, Nara treated all with equal care and love. The villagers often marveled at how she had time for everyone, no matter how busy she was. One day, a young merchant named Rajan arrived in the village. Rajan was wealthy and had come to seek Nara's help for an illness he had been suffering from for months. His family had sent him to the best doctors in the land, but none had been able to cure him. Desperate, he had heard of Nara's skill and had traveled to the village, hoping for a solution. When Rajan entered Nara's humble cottage, he was taken aback by its simplicity. The furnishings were modest, and the scent of herbs filled the air. Nara was tending to a pot of tea, but as soon as she saw Rajan, she stood and greeted him warmly. "Welcome," she said with a smile. "You must be the one in need of healing. Please, sit down and tell me about your condition." Rajan, still a bit shocked by the simplicity of the surroundings, sat down. "I have seen many doctors, but none have been able to help me. I have spent so much money, and yet I still suffer. I have heard that you are a healer of great renown. I can offer you whatever you wish in exchange for your help." Nara smiled gently. Healing is not something to be exchanged for money. It is a gift that flows from the heart, not the purse. "Tell me about your illness." Rajan explained that he had been suffering from a chronic fever and fatigue, a condition that no doctor had been able to treat. Nara listened patiently and then asked him to rest on a mat in the corner of the room while she prepared a mixture of herbs. As she worked, she spoke kindly to him. "I know you are used to a life of luxury," she said, "but true wealth lies in peace of mind and good health, not gold or jewels." Rajan was silent as Nara placed a warm compress on his forehead and gently massaged his hands with healing oils. As he lay there, he began to relax, feeling a sense of calm he hadn't experienced in a long time. For the first time in months, the constant anxiety that had gripped him seemed to fade. As the days passed, Rajan visited Nara daily. Each time, she treated him with great care, but also spoke to him about the importance of balance in life, how too much wealth, ambition, and greed could bring illness to the body and mind. Slowly, his symptoms began to subside, and Rajan felt better, both physically and mentally. But what struck him most was the way Nara treated him, not as a wealthy merchant, but as a person in need of help, just like anyone else. One afternoon, after several days of treatment, Rajan felt much improved. He sat with Nara in her garden, watching the sun set over the hills. He turned to her and said, "You have healed my body, Nara, but you have also healed my heart. I came here seeking only a cure for my illness, but what you have given me is far greater. You've shown me that the true value of life lies not in material wealth, but in compassion and service to others." Nara smiled, her eyes filled with wisdom. Healing is not just about the body, Rajan. It is about understanding the suffering of others and offering whatever we can to alleviate it. A healer's work is not to cure the body alone, but to heal the heart and mind as well. The rich and the poor both have hearts that need healing, and compassion is the medicine they all need. Rajan, deeply moved, asked, "But how do I carry this lesson forward? I have spent my life pursuing wealth, but I see now how empty it is. How can I be like you, selfless in my actions and thoughts?" Nara looked out over the village, where people from all walks of life worked together in the fields, cared for each other, and lived with a sense of community. True healing comes when we give freely, without expectation. It is not enough to simply heal the body, we must also heal the soul by acting with kindness, humility, and compassion. In helping others, we help ourselves to grow into better people. Rajan nodded, deeply moved. "I will return to my home, and I will do everything in my power to live by these lessons. I will use my wealth to help others, not to indulge myself. I will learn to value compassion above all else." As Rajan left Nara's cottage and traveled back to his city, he began to change. He used his wealth to build schools, provide food for the poor, and offer medical care to those who could not afford it. He became known not only as a successful merchant but also as a man of great compassion and kindness, whose generosity touched the lives of many. Years later, when Rajan returned to visit Nara, he had grown wiser and humbler. He found her still living in her simple cottage, still helping the villagers with love and care. "I have come to thank you," he said. "You saved me from a life of emptiness. Your healing has not only cured my illness but has transformed my life. I will forever be grateful." Nara smiled and said, "You have learned the most important lesson of all, Rajan. The true healer is the one who heals others without expectation of return. When we help others, we heal ourselves. This is the path of compassion. Moral of the story: true healing comes not just from physical cures, but from compassion, selflessness, and the willingness to help others without expecting anything in return. The compassionate healer teaches us that wealth, status, and material gain do not bring fulfillment. True peace and happiness come from serving others with love, humility, and understanding, and this is the most powerful form of healing we can offer the world. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a like, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable content like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.